All right, yo, what's good, my mans? Welcome to the 280 Plus podcast. I'm your host, Los Def, and yo, brother, introduce yourself, man.
Man, what's good, man? It's your boy Stu. Um, what? I gotta get my IG handle. My IG handle. You
You
can
could
follow
do
me.
whatever, yeah, you could do whatever you want, dog.
Yeah, follow me on IG. What is it? Biscayne_James.
Okay.
Biscayne is Biscayne. Like Miami. I mean, that's all.
Oh, I don't even know that. You
Oh yeah,
spicy, my nigga. You spicy as fuck over there.
yeah. You don't travel. I forgot, man. You don't like the beach. Oh, wait,
Oh,
no.
I love the beach. I just, yeah, I mean, we got local, somewhat local beaches.
Oh
And
yeah,
I don't gotta go that far or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, you always changing your at too to something that has to do with food and shit like that, right?
Food or a location. So wherever I had a good experience, whenever I had a good meal, something around there.
And we definitely gonna talk about how well traveled you are, man. But just for the audience to know, man, if I was gonna do this with a co-host, if I was gonna do this podcast thing with anybody, it would have been with this nigga right here, because he's a classic, man. He just got he's like he's one of the funniest dudes I know. He looks like Jordan Peele, you know what I mean? So we would already he looks like Jordan Peele, he looks like Michael Strahan's son.
Yeah.
Um so like we would get mad notoriety. Like we would be more like this shit would blow up right away because they would think like, yo, Los, you talking to fucking Michael Strahan? I'm like, nah, nigga, that's my nigga Stu, man. That Michael's son, you know what I'm saying?
Michael's
But yeah, man, I knew Stu since way back. And in the first episode, me and Quelly was talking about AB, right? So it's funny because Stu and AB is Almar Park. If you don't know what that is, right? So Stu lived on Almar Street, and it was funny because Stu's backyard was literally Almar Park. The only thing was, right, Stu was never allowed outside. Like even though the park was his backyard, this nigga was not allowed to go to the park at all, right? And like, and this nigga was nice at ball, whatever. He was mad stocky, but his dad always had him on fucking punishment, right? And so what his dad used to fucking do for punishment, right? This nigga used to have this nigga strap on fucking washing machines and dryers on his back, and he used to do fucking laps, right? So the only time that Stu could go outside if he was walking one of his dogs. And this nigga, all his dogs was named after fucking Lion King characters. So his dog Rafiki or some shit like that, right? He had a dog named Rafiki, and this nigga used to sneak 303s in between his dog walks and shit. Like he would tie the dog up to one of the swings or something, and then he had to hurry up, get a quick 3-on-3 to 7. I mean, because if his dad found out that he wasn't walking his dog, it'd be time to strap on them fucking wash machines, man, on his back. Like, yo, this nigga's childhood was rough, man. Like,
Yo, why did he just kill me with 20 jokes straight? What's wrong with this guy?
Well, that was, so I wrote that down. I wrote that down. I was like, I'm gonna make some Stu jokes. And anybody from the East, they gonna know all this is factual. So it ain't even no debate. I got the East on my side, and we know your life, man. It's all good, man. But you grew out of that, man, and you're who you are today because of it. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? He's 60% right though. I ain't even gonna hold. It's 40% cap.
40% cap.
40%.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, 20%. 20%.
All right, we'll do 35.
All right. Bet.
But you know what's so funny though? I actually forgot about all those punishments, man. I ain't heard that word in a while, bro.
But
you know what's so crazy though too?
What's up?
I was always on punishment for I was always acting up in school. I was wild. I was wild in the classroom.
For real?
Yeah, in the classroom.
Wait, at Davis, you was wilding.
From K through I would say 10th.
What?
Yeah, you wasn't in class with me though.
Yeah, because you were a little younger than me. So
yeah, I was an asshole.
For real? Was you a bully?
I found out I was a bully when I got older.
What?
I didn't know I was I just used to clown. I used to clown all day. But
Okay.
you know that's bullying. You know, I don't know if you know that. That's bullying.
Oh well, all right, yeah, because you know we ain't gonna talk about what I do for a living, but yeah, they got a little
Yeah.
soft now, man. Everything is bullying. I you know sometimes that stuff just builds character, and but yeah, you're right. So you're a bully by today's standards, but back in the day you wasn't a
Yeah.
bully.
Yo, that's exactly what I thought. You know, so crazy. I met people probably in the past couple of years that know me from school, and they meet me. I'm a little different now. They say I'm a little laid back. I'm more laid back than I was. And they like, yo, fam, like you used to piss me off. Like, yo, I used to hate coming to school. I know mad people told me they hated being in my class because of the shit I was doing. But I was like, man, I none of my jokes was personal.
Okay.
I was just clowning to get through the school day. I hate school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just clowning all day because of that. But yo, motherfuckers taking that shit mad personal.
Dang,
That shit crazy.
That's a classic, man. Well, it's good that we got some laughs in, man. Because we real quick, we're gonna touch on something real somber, man. So, you know, I mean, today's Saturday. And yesterday, man, we got the tough news that we lost DMX, man, the GOAT, the legend, man. So, which, like, you know, you grew up, you're not that much younger than me. So tell me, were you a DMX fan?
Man, DMX, yo, listen, DMX probably my favorite rapper until Dipset and them came out.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I was rocking with X up until shit, probably like I think the last album I probably stopped. Well, I stopped listening to DMX probably like around Grand Chant or somewhere around there. Like, but yeah, I was listening to DMX heavy. Like, I used to try to rap like him. Like nobody.
Grand Champ was that 04, 05, or was that like?
I think that was probably 03. I don't think.
Okay, because I felt like his run was like 98 to 03, and then yeah, we wasn't really checking for him too much.
Yeah, because by the time I hit like 9th grade, it was all Dipset from there.
Yeah, you know, from
DMX.
YC, we love G Unit, we love Dipset. Yeah,
that was you.
What? I like Dips. I'm a Dips nigga. I had the Dipset Stop Snitching shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, you used to have the 50 Cent beaters too. The 50 Cent G Unit beaters. You was rocking them heavy, man.
He wanna try to flip jokes. He want cap and try to flip jokes on me. I don't think this is gonna work on my platform, brother. Nah, but man, but yeah, man, X, man, he was just different, bro. Like, I remember when Biggie died, and then, like, I guess they always say, like, I've been seeing a lot of tweets and stuff like that talking about, like, oh, after the bling era, then he came back with the gritty raps. But I'm like, that bling era like was real quick. It wasn't even an era. It was just a bling trend, like with Mace and Puffy and all them. I was like, but once DMX dropped, he was the man. Like he was like he took over the game, and it was really no stopping him. And 98 was crazy because he dropped 2 albums in 98 that went multi-platinum.
Was that the 98? Was that Flesh in My Flesh?
Flesh in My Flesh, and then there was X. And in terms of the order, I don't even want to sound like a young boy. Like, I thought then there was X was first, because then there was X has Rough Riders Anthem, and I felt like that was his first single, right?
Nah, it couldn't have been his first single.
That wasn't his first single?
Because the first single was what's the one joint? Dark as Hell is Hot. That was his first album, and I forgot what track he had on there. I ain't gonna Google it, but yo, yeah, I was gonna say what was it? What did you just say?
I was just saying how different he was, man.
Those were his best 2 albums, though. You're absolutely right about that, though. Flesh My Flesh was my favorite one, though.
And we just ain't hear nothing like him like before. Like, I mean, at least us growing up, we ain't hear nobody like aggressive as fuck like that. Yeah. And you know, then he got into the deep stuff, and you know, and Pac was definitely a movie star, but like in our era, that was like, we was like, damn, this nigga doing movies and shit like that. Like, he was all over the place, man. So it's unfortunate, man, that, you know, his demons kind of overtook him, man, and he couldn't get through that, man. But
that's some sad shit. I just saw I saw a little little IG clip 2 days ago, where I guess he was talking about how to do laces weed at 14. Yo, I ain't even know that shit. And what's crazy, I heard him rapping about that shit. I heard him rapping about his addiction all his life, but I ain't never know that was wild though. Like, I thought he got experimenting with that when he got older and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. So like, yeah, talking about that, like, have you ain't never get into nothing, right?
Nah.
No kind of substances.
You know what's funny? So back to what you said about, like, my pops was like mad strict. Yeah. Yo, the one thing my pops always told me, he told me, like, don't ever follow no nigga.
Okay.
at all. He said,
Facts.
you do your own thing at all times. I don't give a fuck what everybody else doing. Do what you do at all times. And so that's something that I ain't never really get caught up in, was like peer pressure and shit. Because I always had this mentality like, yo, I gotta do my own thing. If I don't do my own thing, my pops gonna put them motherfucking hands on me.
Hell yeah, he's gonna fuck you up. Remember, I ain't even. I ain't gonna drop my man's name in here, but you know, one of our other boys, man, he fought his pops back in the day. He lived on AB two. Remember that?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. Like that shit changed my life. I was like, yo, I don't never want to fight my dad, bro. Like, and y'all niggas, y'all be fighting your dads. Y'all think y'all could beat your dads? I can't beat my dad, bro.
But hell
no. All right, man. So, you know, we from the same hometown, whatever. But you know, about a year and a half ago, man, you moved down south, man, but way down south. Where'd you move to, man?
All right, so I'm out here in Dallas right now. It's crazy. First, well, I came out. I was out here. I was actually in Waco for like 6 months.
Okay.
Then I moved back home, and then I came back out here to Dallas. But yeah, I'm out here in Dallas right now. I ain't get the experience. I ain't get the full Dallas experience yet though, because like I got out here like 3 months before COVID hit.
Okay.
And then once COVID hit, it's like, yo, imagine moving to a new city where you don't know nobody out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like 3 months later, the whole shit gets shut down.
Damn.
And then yeah, it was wild. And then on top of that, like I moved out here. I took a pay cut to come out here because I was gonna get like 3 days off a week and shit.
Okay.
But then COVID shut all that shit down. So boy, it was some lonely times, man. I was lonely for like a good 10 months out here, bro. This
Damn, 10 months. I know, yeah, and people scared to meet up with people, and yeah, I mean, especially in the beginning of the pandemic, we was like nobody was trying to go nowhere, or whatever. So do you have family down there? Like you just decided to move to Dallas? What made you move to Dallas?
Well, here's the thing. I always knew I wanted to live somewhere warm. I always knew I was going to either move to LA, Texas, or Florida, somewhere down there. Because I just like warm weather. I can't do no snow. Can't do none of that dumbass shit. Then most importantly, I just want to expand my boundary. Like, I can't imagine raising my kid. I can't imagine just staying in New York and just raising my kid there and all that. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they know. Because that's all I knew. And if I didn't break out, like, wasn't nobody gonna break out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to break out, make a few things happen, meet some cool people. You know what I'm saying? And then most importantly, I'm trying to get some money, man.
Okay.
And it's like, yo, the best way to get money is just build relations with other people that's moving and shaking too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to network all across the US, you know what I mean? For real.
And yeah, definitely the network in Dallas is gonna be way bigger than YC.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen that in our adulthood. Like a lot of people just kind of migrate. Most people move to Atlanta, but we had some people move to like North Carolina, Charlotte, and you know, now we got a couple people in Dallas, whatever. And it's what's up, man. And I got to get down there, man. I got to get on the plane. We got to do something. You know what I mean? And so what do you like about living down in Texas versus like living in PA? Like, are there some things that you miss about PA or no? Is it dead? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I miss my peoples. Like, I miss my family, friends, you know what I'm saying? All that. My dog, because I ain't got my dog with me. My dog back with my folks and shit. Okay. But what I like about it, it's like, well, first off, number one, anybody you ever move to the South, I don't care if it's Texas, Florida, Georgia, wherever you go, the people way nicer. It's just way
that's
nicer.
A real thing. Southern hospitality is real. That's
a real thing. Yo, people, it's funny when people meet me, they can't even believe I'm from the East Coast because they think I'm mad. They think I'm mad nice and shit.
Okay.
You know, I tell them, I was like, you know what, it might have been because I was in the South when I was in the military and whatnot.
Or because you look like Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, let me stop. I'm gonna stop killing my man, son.
Hey, you know what's so crazy? Like, people be saying that shit. People come up to me like, yo, I mean, for the ones who don't know, everywhere I go, like, motherfuckers come up to me. They just stop me in the grocery store, like, yo, you know who you look like? Like, and it'll really be that guy too. That's wild. But yeah, the people way nicer. Most importantly, yo, it's mad events out here. It's events every weekend. I was able to hit a couple of them joints. They got like neo soul lounges. What's them spoken word lounges? I like that shit. I don't know if y'all into that shit.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I'm a literary guy. I like that type of shit.
Okay, yeah. And then you got comedy shows every weekend. Like, and this is like it's the whole Dallas Fort Worth area too. That shit. I mean, so.
That's what's up, man. And so, all right. So the only thing you miss really about PA is your family and all that, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. It sounds like, and you. Oh, did you? Oh, that shit sounded crazy on your end. But, So earlier you did talk about how traveled you are and all this and location. So one reason I know that you traveled and you did just say something about it was you was in the military for a little bit, man. So yo, man, what now me personally, I could never really see myself getting in the military. And we could talk about that a little bit, but like what you do a good job of summarizing things, like taking something and summarizing it. So summarize the experience of being in the military as a black man.
Yeah. First off, my experience was horrible. My experience was horrible. So I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
This is why I usually tell people. I tell people it's like being in an abusive relationship. Like I understand what like women go through when they got like a abusive boyfriend that just calls them names and beats them up and don't let them leave. You know, and shit like that. That's what the military was for me. Like it was heavy on the disrespect.
Yeah.
Like you getting disrespected every day. You just better count on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like you can't say nothing back to these motherfuckers. They be talking crazy. And it'll be a dude that's dumber than you, but he joined before you. So he get to boss you around, tell you all type of shit to do. You getting paid basically minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? It won't seem like it until you see the work that you gotta do. Or not necessarily the work, but I would say the what's a good word for work? Your obligations. Because it's not a lot of work.
Okay.
It's rather easy, but you're obligated to be in certain places for extended periods of time. It's basically like a 24-hour job, yo.
So basically, you got like when you say obligation, basically you got like chores and shit.
Basically,
like if we had to make an analogy of it, it's like you got chores.
Yeah, like boy, and here's the thing, right? So I was in the Army. All the military branches ain't the same. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
The Army is some bullshit. That's it. I will say. It's like I spent most of my day hiding from people. You know, I spent most of my day hiding from people, trying to steal a couple hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna sleep good ever. You're gonna get about good 4 to 5 hours of sleep. So you're gonna have to find spots at work to sleep at, like trucks to sleep under.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trucks to sleep under.
Yeah, I be sleep under the truck, sleep in the truck, sleep in the back of the truck.
Like, that just you? Like, were you just a bad soldier, or is that's everybody?
It's everybody. It's everybody. Yeah, it's like a game of manhunt. Like you gotta hide. Because here's the thing, right? If they catch you not doing nothing, they're gonna make you do some dumb shit. Like they might have you go pick weeds. They'll have you go sweep the parking lot. They'll have you mop the parking lot. They have you do all types of dumb ass shit. It'll be raining. You'll be outside mopping the parking lot, doing dumb shit. But yeah, and it's just like you gonna go to the field like every couple of weeks, maybe like once a month. You're gonna go to the field maybe like for a week or whatever. But it's just like it's not that be all you can be shit. Like I joined thinking I was gonna travel, thinking I was gonna go to school and all that, and they was gonna let me. Hell no. You gonna get sent to a certain duty station, a certain base. You gonna work there, but most people ain't gonna really do no work. And unless you're like a vehicle mechanic or aircraft mechanic or something, or a cook, the cooks they work hard as a motherfucker. But and all the combat people. But you got anything other than that, you ain't doing shit. You just gonna have to find some place to hide and just stay out of Dodge. Try to keep your name under the radar so you can like maneuver. You don't want nobody checking on you.
Okay.
And, but yeah, man. And for the most part, they not letting you go to school. You can go to school when you get out.
Oh.
For the most part, they not gonna let you go to school while you in because they want to keep you dumb and they want you to re-enlist.
What?
Yeah, and they brainwash you too. So this is another thing they do, right? So like when you first join, from the very first day you join, they're gonna tell you every single day that the military is the best job in the world. Stay in for as long as you can. Don't ever get out. And they'll always tell you to look at your friends back home. They're like, yeah, look at your friends back home. What are they doing? Yeah, they're probably not doing anything. They don't have half of what you got. And the fucked up thing is they right. But here's the thing. This way I usually think of Cat, right?
Okay.
Most of the people in the military come from low income families, low middle income, and maybe some high middle class, maybe. So think about it. You coming from a low income or middle income, of course, most of your friends ain't gonna have shit. Like, I mean, so yeah, you might fuck around, join, and now you got the nice Dodge Charger with the 22s on it. Yeah. And it looked like you're doing good, but you really not though. And then you look like you're doing good in comparison to who? Your friends back home.
Yeah.
So that's how they trick you and they try to get you to stay in and all that. But man, let me tell you something. When I got out, I damn near tripled my salary first job out the gate.
Okay. Oh, because you had that military experience, or no?
Well, not because I had a military experience. It's mainly because I had my CDL.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Okay.
yeah, but you don't need to go to the military to get a CDL.
Yeah.
But I will tell you one good thing about the military though. The people. You're gonna meet people from all different types of walk of life, different religions. What is it? Religions, races.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, you just meet people from everywhere, the country, from the hood,
Okay.
from yo. I'm telling you, meeting people, you learn a lot about yourself through other people, and it'll give you a certain level of humbleness. I needed that. I ain't even gonna front. I was an arrogant motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, so they broke you down then, nigga.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
That shit worked, huh? They broke your ass. That's crazy. So like, yeah, and I think for some people, like, you know what I mean, especially if you are kind of able to kind of move and shake on your own, whatever. You know, you just look at the military like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't nobody telling me to do shit, whatever, right? And so I wonder, like, so when they talking to you like that, obviously it's designed to do that, but like, do you feel like as a soldier or whatever, do you feel like there's a threat of violence, or are you just gonna kind of get in trouble, like, or they might kick you out of that shit? Or are you afraid that they're gonna fuck you up, like in real life?
No, man. Let me tell you something. For a man, I'm gonna just tell you, this is just funny. This is just for most men can't fight. Period. Okay. I don't care. So like, I never really think about somebody could fuck me up. But but yeah, especially in the military, like they don't really teach you how to fight for real. And then on top of that, like I said, they can't touch you either. But here's the thing, they can fuck your life up. So let's say you act up in the military, you fuck around, get kicked out. They're gonna give you a dishonorable discharge. That's gonna look bad on your resume. And they could even put they could do something to your social security number to where like anytime you apply for something, they're gonna see like, yo, you like the worst motherfucker in the world.
What?
And granted, I don't know a better way to say it, but I forgot what it is. But yeah, they could flag your social security. Like, so if you ever try to run off or go AWOL, like, don't think you're gonna get a job. Because as soon as they pull your social security, they're like, oh, nigga, you try to run away from the military. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You can't get away. You got to do your time. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So, and you answered a lot. You answered a couple questions I was going to ask you. I was like, yo, who does the military target? And you said, you know, I mean, they target. It seems like they target low income. You know what I mean? People of different, mostly. Do you feel like they try to target more minorities, more people of color? You know what I mean? Whatever, black people, Spanish people.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But then you know what's so funny when you talk about whenever you start talking about money and race, it kind of be the same thing. Like low income usually does mean black or. And so you could kill two birds with one stone. So I guess you could say that's all propaganda. They think they slick. You know what I'm saying? But
So like, all right. So that's a good point. So low income, you said that it kind of mean, you know, low income, you know, we kind of mean it to mean black, whatever. But like, and all these motherfuckers that be out here all patriotic, that be all, you know, on a, you know, back in the day, well, not even back in the day, just a couple months ago, they on that MAGA shit, whatever. Yeah. Do you see a lot of those motherfuckers in the military, or nah? They just all talk.
Here's the thing, you always gonna see a lot of white people everywhere because we're in America. So yeah, there is more white people in the military than black folk, but I would say the next race will be black and like, well, yeah. But here's the thing. You definitely got a lot of those little gung-ho white boys in there, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And they cool, but some of them a little too gung-ho. But usually they'll join what is it called? They'll join a lot of the combat MOSs though. So
okay.
I'm trying to think. I wanted to say something else. I was like, damn, I wanted to say something. What I want to say. I forgot what the fuck. I'm thinking it'll come back to me.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up.
Ask me something else. You got something else about it?
Nah. It just that like I said, I don't really have, you know, obviously we've seen some people succeed from being in the military. Yeah. Like we got people that we know back home that are doing well. But like I like to hear like a real perspective, a relatable perspective, because you kind of like what you saying makes, for me at least, it reinforces for me like, all right, yeah, I'm glad I ain't fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. And
I know what I wanted to say. All right, what's up? So here's the thing, right? I know every time somebody asks me to should they join the military, I tell people all the time, listen, if you got absolutely nothing else to do with your life, absolutely go.
Okay.
Or if you got a 4-year degree, hell yeah, go ahead and join, because you're gonna come in as a boss. Like I came in at the bottom. You come in with a 4-year degree, you coming in at the top. Like you a boss. You run the shit from the minute you touch down. You know what I'm saying? And then so So yeah, that's good. But then I also tell people have an exit plan, man. Like from the minute I joined, I knew I was getting out after my first contract. I was gonna stack my bread and I ain't looking back. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't let none of them motherfuckers tell me, oh, this is the best job in the world. Stay in forever. I'm like, bro, you don't even know how much I know. You don't even
Right.
I mean, I'm out of here. Like
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, all right. One last thing about the military, and this is we've had conversations about this, but you told me, and where were you stationed at? First of all, or last of all, where were you stationed?
I was stationed in Fort Benning, Georgia. And then I got moved to I was still in the same base. I got moved to a different part of base, like towards the end of my career, because my unit was closing down, so they put me in a different unit. But yeah, I was in Fort Benning.
Okay, so you told me some wild shit before about the military and how it can be dangerous to be in the military, like because you was saying something about it be like home invasions on the base or whatever, or niggas be sliding
You know,
up on niggas and
one time
whatever.
I was like, damn, what the fuck did I tell them? Oh man. So here's the thing, right? Most military bases, whatever city, so the military base is a city itself, right?
Yeah.
When you go outside the base, you're in a whatever, it's a different city. So right. Yeah, motherfuckers, like here's the thing. So like there's a city outside of Fort Benning, it's called Columbus, Georgia, right?
Okay.
Almost everybody there is poor. Like they're poor. Like you know what I mean? So I would say 75 to 80% of the city's economy is from US soldiers, right?
Okay.
Yeah, them local niggas be hating.
They be trying
Like,
to catch a lick, ain't?
yo, they do be catching licks. You know what I mean? You know, running up in your spot when you ain't there. They'll run up in there while you are there. Like I seen this ain't funny, it's fucked up, but fuck it, I'm gonna laugh. It is what it is. But,
Oh shit.
but now I saw on the news like there's always some crazy shit in Columbus. Like one time, some dude was coming home. He's going into his apartment, and then the stick-up boys ran up on him, put the gun to him, and then pushed him in the house, tied him up, tied his girl up, and they ain't hurt nobody. They just robbed the house and shit.
Yeah.
And then I guess once they left, I guess somehow the people got untied, whatever. But yeah, it's like they do this shit all the time. They'll catch you at the light, pull you out the car at the light. Like, now that's not as common, but it's happened. I've seen it on the news mad times. And yeah, they usually know you're military just by the way you walk. If you see a black man with no facial hair, you all right, he in the military.
Facts. Yeah, he's a cop or something like that.
Or if you see a nigga in a Dodge Charger,
okay,
he's a military. Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, Mustang.
That's a stereotypical military whip.
Everybody gets one.
Why'd you get one? You ain't get one.
I was smart with my money, bro.
Oh yeah.
I was pushing the Corolla the whole time.
Yeah, I remember that Corolla.
That shit funny.
That's what's up, man.
I forgot all about that though.
That was a crazy story. And then I'm thinking like, yo, y'all not strapped? Like, what they just be running up on you? And you just said that y'all making minimum wage. So like, what they trying to get from you? You know what I mean? But
hey, my homeboy, one of my homeboy soldiers got ran up on a month or two ago. I think I told you about that, where the girl tried to set him up. That's another thing. The females that try to set you up, they'll set you up like with the local niggas. Like they'll you be sitting there thinking you talking to a chick.
Yeah.
Cool. She didn't set you up with some niggas from the hood, so they gonna plot on you when you coming out the crib. Or they might run in the crib and, she didn't give him the key to the house or whatever, But yeah, my homeboy, his soldier, he pulled the blick out though. He was ready. He made all them niggas strip.
Oh.
Yeah, he turned the ties on them. That shit funny.
Like, nah, y'all ain't about to get me tonight.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. Yeah. All right, so that's actually, we just kind of fell into a segue. All right. You talking about women setting niggas up.
Yeah.
To me, the biggest setup these days is women trying to get to be stepdaddies. So we're gonna talk about being a stepdaddy because one thing that I seen you talk about on the timeline, as of recently, man, you've been talking like, yo, you know what I mean? I don't mind being a stepdaddy, man. I that'd be cool with me, whatever. And man, so out here, all right. So you're 32 years old, whatever. You just turned 32. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Appreciate it.
So I mean, it's you getting now. We don't have the same kind of biological clock, but do you want to have kids anytime soon?
Here's the thing: do I want to?
Yes. No.
Am I okay with it? Yeah, I'm okay with it.
But so you don't wait. You don't want to have any kids?
I don't want to say I don't want them.
Okay.
I'm okay with having them. But here's the thing: if I'm gonna pick a time to have one, I might have one when I'm 40.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, as a man, you can get that shit off and you be all
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean, like women, you can't, geriatric pregnancies and all that, whatever. You can't be having kids like late in life, whatever. So, all right. So I guess that kind of feeds into the perspective because you talking about you don't mind being a stepdaddy, and it's probably because you don't really want kids of your own, right?
Yeah.
All right. So like do you run into that situation a lot? Like, you know what I mean, talking to women,
Hell
kids?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yo, here's the thing. I fucks with the stepmommies. Hey, but here's the thing. When you talk about having a long-term relationship or like a
Yeah.
real relationship, yo, your baby dad better be supporting.
Fact.
Yeah. I ain't one of them niggas that's gonna be like, oh nah, I'm the dad. We don't need his help. Blah blah. Nah, yo, we good. Like that child. Matter of fact, he can send the child support right to me. Fuck that. Like, you know what I mean, and like I ain't too proud for that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So what on some stepdaddy shit, like, all right, like real stepdaddy. I'm talking about you married to this woman and like that's like you adopt that kid, whatever. Like, are you disciplining that kid? Like, do you feel like you have that right? I don't know. Like, what's that look like?
You know what's so funny? So I dealt with plenty of stepmoms. I dealt with plenty of baby moms and shit. And like, this is the crazy thing with kids. I don't even got kids, but I know kids is easy to discipline.
Okay.
Because I've had people's kids listen to me, and I don't even like, I ain't never had to yell. Just tell the little kid to do something, he go do
Yeah.
it. Like they listen. They don't listen to their moms though. That's usually how it goes. Like the moms, we having to yell at them. The kids are just listening. Like, you know what I mean? So. But I did always think about that though too when it came to being with a stepmom. It's like, damn, what if a chick got kids? I already got an idea how I want to discipline my son. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What
I'm
you
like,
gonna do like your dad did you?
I'm gonna be like a diet version of my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you gonna make them carry around on their backs then?
You know what? You know what's funny that you say that? And they don't carry it on their back. I got this workout I'm gonna make a motherfucker do where they walk around with the weights in their hand.
Okay.
And they gotta go walk like a mile. I don't know if you ever did that. Imagine holding a dumbbell in your hand.
Yeah, okay.
Like you just walking with it. That shit tiring like a motherfucker.
That shit tiring like oh damn. Yeah. I don't even want to experience that. But so man, talking about just being a stepdaddy, man, I think just in the black community, especially, I think we're kind of conditioned to just, accept that. Like, all right, man, you know what I mean? The woman that I'm gonna mess with, she gonna have some kids, whatever, and then I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean, take care of whatever. So I'll tell you this though, man. And I think initially, I probably thought like, okay, that's just normal. You know what I mean? That's just this is how it is, whatever.
Definitely
but
normal.
You say it's definitely normal?
Definitely not normal.
All right, yeah. So, but I think we've been conditioned to believe that it's normal, like you just taking care of somebody else's kids, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, man, like, I was out here single and stuff like that. And I just, I think that's been that was a drawback where it was just like, I realized like, yo, I don't want to be with somebody that got kids, bro. Like, I don't want to be somebody's stepdad, man, because I have a son, and my son lives with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He lives with me and his mom. He goes back and forth, whatever. We, co-parenting or whatever. But like, I just felt like, yo, if I mess with a woman that has kids, like that's taking resources out of my son's mouth, and I can't live with that, bro. Like, I can't. That shit don't sit right with me. And also, too, a lot of like. I don't want to generalize, but at least the ones that I've encountered, there's so many women that they don't have support. Whether it is from the father, whatever, from the child's father, or even just family members. Like there's a lot of women that they don't have people that can watch their kids, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so then I think just also too just dating whatever and dating somebody with kids. It can be tough, man, because first of all, I don't want to meet your kids. Like I don't want to meet your fucking kids because you can't meet my kid. Like, I don't want you meeting my son, whatever, because we ain't doing that. We're not even that serious yet. And then so the women that don't have support, the only time that you could chill with them is on the late night, right? When them kids asleep. So if I'm only chilling with you on the late night, you know what this is turning into, right? You just my late night joint, right? Like, and then those be the ones that be like, oh, yo, you don't never take me out on dates. Well, yeah, because shorty, the only time I can pull up is after your kids asleep And
Hell yeah.
even if I wanted to go on a date with you, you ain't got nobody babysit your damn kids anyway. The fuck? Like, what I look like? So like the whole idea of being a step parent. Yeah, I mean, I think I would actually have to experience what marriage is like, right? And then, maybe go through a marriage, and then maybe I might be more accepting of that, because then I understand, like, all right, if I marry a woman, and then, but like, I've never been married, right? I've never been married, and I have a kid, and I take care of my son, and I just, like I said, that shit don't sit well with me. Just kind of splitting my time. Like, imagine I had a woman living with me with her kid, and then my son don't live here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm putting a roof over this kid's head. I'm feeding this little motherfucker. You know what I mean? And then probably too, since I'm probably not married, because nowadays stepdaddy is like just living relationships,
Just shacking up. That's
just
just shacking up.
shacking up, right? Like that's what a stepdaddy is to us, right? And like that shit, that's not cool, man. That shit is not normal. And yeah, I just we got to kind of get out of that. But like I said, I rather, if I was gonna date, like, a woman, like, and maybe I'm sounding picky, whatever, and maybe I'm trying to have it all, but like, yeah, she can't have no kids, bro. Like on some
So crazy.
serious shit, on some serious long-term shit, she can't have no kids. And like I said, maybe after I get married and experience that, maybe I might mature a little bit. Maybe I'm just immature, but I can't do it, bro.
Yeah, one thing though too.
Okay.
This is another thing too. So like a lot of people live in like a small world. So there's hella women out here with no kids too. I just want to say that to people. You know what I'm saying?
There are.
They may not be in your community, but they out
Yes.
here. It's mad. Like, shit. I've been out here year and a half. I had 2 chicks with no kids,
Yeah.
and they were 25 and 32.
But in YC,
No, yeah, YCA. That's hey. See, this what happens. You know what I mean? When you're in a small pond, you know what I mean? Your opportunities are slim. You know what I'm saying? But
right, and you start to believe that your pond is how the whole world is. Like, it
yeah,
really fucks
like,
up your perspective. And I think that is something to talk about with when it comes to traveling and moving, relocating. Like, it's okay to relocate. I do kind of, I don't, it gets on my nerves sometimes when people constantly shit on our hometown and whatever, because obviously, yeah, it is what it is. But like, just experience some things. It's no problem with moving away and whatever, but like, it definitely pays to experience new things, right? And I don't live that far from our hometown, but I haven't lived in our hometown in like 6 years, and I love it. I love it out here. I love not being in the mix, and you know what I mean. A lot of stuff happens where we from, and I like not being that close to that stuff.
yeah. You know what's crazy though too? Like when it comes to like moving around, people make it too much of a spectacle. Like there's people that'll move away just to say they did it. It's
Yes.
like, what is the point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like that. And here's the thing: like those type of people, they're probably gonna move away, not even gonna meet nobody, not even going to try to change anything about who they are. They just want to move away just so they can talk some shit.
Yep. Like, so yeah. So if it's a thotty Joan, she's just gonna be a thought down there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If it's a, well, what about you know what? I don't hear too much about. It's always women that relocate. It seems like, what I mean, more so, but like men ain't. I don't know. Like,
That's because women care too much about their image. They're more about their image than men are. Men, we usually more about it. There's usually a reason for why we got something. We're not really trying to look a certain way in a picture, or what I mean. We may not post all our travel things. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It don't mean nothing unless you make it mean something. You know what I mean? But what I gonna say though, I was gonna say something about moving. Fuck it, go back to what you were saying. It's gonna pop back up.
Oh no, I was not. I think I kind of was off of that. Whatever, we was talking about being a stepdad, and we just kind of segued into just talking about like random stuff with moving. All right, so let's switch it up a little bit though. So one thing, if a good friend is always gonna put you on to like just information, good information, like new information, new stuff, whatever. And so it was a couple months ago. You introduced me to MTR, right? Which
Okay.
mediocre tutorials and reviews. And then a person that he talks about a lot, or a couple times he's talked about, is our uncle,
Uncle Kev.
Uncle Kev, right?
That shit.
Yo, fam, like I fuck with Uncle Kev. Do you fuck with Uncle Kev?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like this dude is like my greatest find over the past year. I think I found it. Well, yeah, about 4 months ago, 5 months ago, we found this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right, this dude.
Yo, so Uncle Kevin, man, he just like he tell it like it is, like and it's a perspective that as men, me and you might have these kind of conversations, but like
Right.
we don't hear nobody else like famous or nobody like with notoriety talking like this.
Yeah.
I mean, so that talks about, let's before we get into him and maybe some gems that we got from Uncle Kev. Yo, what is this whole idea of red pill versus blue pill? What is that? Like, and because you put me onto that, and I'm like, yo, I never even heard of this. And I said it to a couple people, and they had no idea what the fuck I was talking about.
Well, here's once again, and this goes back to like I think this goes back to like when I was telling you about how I never followed nobody before.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of human beings, yo, I don't know what's wrong with these people, but these people just love to find a clique or a cause, and they just want to rally behind it, and then they want to force their views on the other views. So anyway, I still don't know the actual descriptions of red and blue pill, but basically, red pill niggas is niggas that just believe in giving bitches dick and bubble gum. That's it.
Oh, okay.
And then blue pill niggas is like, nah, you gotta treat her like a queen. You gotta pay her bills and
the simps.
Kids. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Derrick Jackson's.
Yeah, prime example.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there you go. You got Derrick Jackson. He a blue pill nigga, and then you got Uncle Kev. He a red pill. Basically, so those different perspectives. And yeah, motherfuckers be really arguing on the internet about this shit. This shit funny to me.
Right. Like that shit is like a whole, like if you on YouTube and you get into this shit, like you could go in a rabbit hole, and like some people are a little bit more like extreme than others. And I noticed like there's levels to these different like perspectives. And I would actually say Kevin is like, he's a little more purple, I think, a little bit, because I don't think he's just a like hard digging bubble gum, you know what I mean? But but he ain't, but also too, he's very pro I don't want to say patriarchy or nothing like that, but but maybe it is in some ways, but he's very pro like man and like, yo, you know what I mean? The men is supposed to really lead the relationships and all this, whatever. And all this, whatever. But he definitely does not fuck with Derrick Jackson. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
let me say this too. I'm gonna cut you off too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Women are like this too. Like, so you got like the red pill women and the blue pill women too. Like,
oh, for real?
They don't call it that, but that's basically how because basically, look, there's this one chick I follow on YouTube. Her name is Shira6 or Shira7, something like that.
He's said her name a couple times, but I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yo, this chick, she gives tutorials giving women tips on how to bust 6-figure men down.
Oh.
Now, mind you, it's all cat. It's all cat.
Okay.
I do not recommend any woman to go follow her. She's all cat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, bro, they just on there talking about nonsense, yo. YouTube crazy. It's a whole rabbit hole to go down.
Damn, that is crazy. That is wild. Just like I said, when we talk about YouTube is just its own world in itself, and like, yo, you could find so much information. And sometimes that's a good thing and that's a bad thing, because the bad thing about it is that it don't matter what the fuck you believe. You can always find somebody that has your same opinions. And I think, and then we get into these echo chambers where we only listen to that perspective, and then it's like all these other perspectives like are false, whatever. Like, some people on Instagram, man, like even talking about like now the talk is all about like vaccines and pandemic, whatever. And we got some people that like just post propaganda all day, like, you know what I mean? Like they just bombard you with that shit. I'm like, all right, bro, I get that's what side you on, but I don't need you don't need to give me the information. I can find it if I really want it, right? Like I don't need you to be the public service announcement person for, you know what I mean, this or that topic. Like I get it. I can tell your perspective in a couple posts, but if you give me nonstop stories every day of the same, it's like, all right, bro, like get out your echo chamber for once, because like half of the stuff that people be posting, it don't be balanced at all. It just be straight up bias on one side.
Yeah, it'd be mad cap, and that's another thing too. Like, it's like these people with these strong ass opinions on the internet, they don't live a real life. They get all their info from the internet, and then they go run with it. You know, and try their best. They will try their best to repeat everything they saw in the video, word for word. So, like, if you ask them a question, yo, why you believe this, or how's this happen? All you gotta do is ask them why or how, and they'll start fumbling their words.
Oh yeah, it unravels.
They'll start repeating shit that they heard, and it's like, yo, you don't have no real life application for any of this knowledge. Like, it's all fake,
right?
I mean, you're wasting your time. Even looking at this stuff. Now, if you someone like me who won't watch it for entertainment, then by all means do it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. People don't know how to discern entertainment from information. Like, and that's bad. That's so bad. Like, yo, a lot of this stuff is entertainment, man. Like, these people that are talking that shit don't even live that shit.
Oh my God. I try to tell people this shit all the time. Yo, the popular table and the winner table are never, they are rarely the same table. Like, if you made a Venn diagram and you had the winner circle over here, and then you had the popular table over here, you would have very few people in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, a Venn diagram, that's the two circles, right?
It's the two circles, and then there's some similarities in the middle. Yeah. Like, they probably don't have that many similarities, probably.
At all.
Okay.
You might have two or three. If you took a 500 popular people and then 500 winners, you might have 5 similarities in the middle. 5 people.
Well, and that's a good analogy, because when we think about going back to high school, think about some of the niggas out there that was popular, that was popping, right? And like, they do, we're some, damn, homie, in high school you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Like, and that's one of the realest bars ever. You know what I mean? But but like, yeah, we see that all the time. Like, yo, like, it was a lot of people that was popping, but they not getting it popping in adulthood. You know what I mean? It's like and I keep hearing that term too in some of this, that arrested development. You know what I mean? Like, depending on when something happened to you, maybe, maybe you come across a lot of money, maybe you had some type of trauma. People get, whatever time period of your life that happens, sometimes people just get stuck in that time period of life, and then they don't never really progress, they'll never grow, whatever. So that's just wild.
I think I said this too, when you mentioned the red pill, blue pill. I said, did I say that I don't like labels? I don't like labels.
Yeah, I think you said that.
Yo, so that kind of goes with what you're talking about. Like, this is why you should never label yourself.
Yes.
When you, like, people label themselves as certain things, and then they stay there because you end up spending your whole life trying to be this thing. It's like, bruh, you're supposed to grow. You gotta let some shit go. You can't keep everything. You can't stay in the same spot forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I hate politics too, because and the way people talk about politics, because they just be like, oh, the left, the right. And I'm like, no, bro. Yeah. I might agree with one or two things over here, right? But don't call me that. Don't label me that. You know what I mean? I'm more. I like to look at both perspectives, because I watch all that shit. I watch the crazy right-wing people. I watched even the crazy left-wing people. And then I just think like, I'm probably, y'all both talking dumb. I'm gonna sit right here and let y'all niggas fight it out. And then I'm gonna reap the benefits from all that. You know what I mean? So go ahead.
I was gonna say, we kind of got off Uncle Kev for a minute. I want to tell you, I just saw a video last night. What Uncle Kev, this nigga was he was talking to a 32-year-old chick from Dallas, and it, like, yo, so hold on, this goes.
I think I might have seen that. You said last night, because I think I was watching that today. Go ahead. Okay. So this goes back to what you said about people on the internet just capping. So people, like, yo, all right. So was that the chick that she didn't know how many men make 6 figures?
Oh my!
She said like 55%.
Yeah, and that's her. That's her. And yo, check it. That was
dumb. You dumb.
Yo, fam, I had to pause the fucking video. Yeah, I had to just stop what I was doing. I said, yo, I can't. I had to come back to it 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
The bitch was so dumb. Fam, that wasn't even the worst shit she said. Did you ain't catching nothing else that she said?
Well, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yo, the first shit she said, the dude asked her, he said, how much money does a man need to make to take care of you and 3 children?
Yes.
In what he said, a suburb area in Dallas.
Yeah. She said 175, 150 to 175.
Before that, she said he needs to make somewhere between 6 and 7 figures.
Yo, that's not even the same thing. Yo, 100,000 is nowhere near 900,000. Like, it's not even, just because they both 100,000s, they're not close at all. Like, at all.
Fam, these motherfuckers don't know nothing about no money. They ain't got no money. They life suck. That's why they on social media. This is why they're on social media talking shit on niggas all day. Like these don't know nothing, bro. This shit is crazy. How do you tell somebody they need to make between 6 and 7 figures? Like, bitch, what? Like, I don't even understand this shit.
Yeah, because all I gotta do is work harder, just a little harder, and then I'm gonna get the next figure, right? Like that's how that work, right? Like if I put in a couple hours of overtime, I'm gonna get a 7th figure on my shit, right?
Like, man, they don't know nothing about no damn money. Be on the internet loud as hell, popping mad shit.
Yeah, so I did want to go back to Uncle Kevin. And yes, like bro, I watch anytime he posts something, I'm on it. I just want to see what he talking about. And so I ain't gonna lie, I don't agree with everything that he talking about because this nigga was just talking the other day, talking about some like, because I don't relate to this. He talking about like, yeah, man, y'all women, y'all leave niggas that or him say niggas. Y'all leave men that ain't that good in the bed, but they provide all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm not dying on that hill, bro, because I put it down. I put it down, bro. I can't get on that train. I don't know what them niggas doing, but I understand though. The whole perspective I understand is like if he does 9 things great out of 10. And that's the one thing he's like, maybe don't wreck your own home. Like don't leave a man because he don't do that, whatever. But so what I'll say, so one last thing about Uncle Kevin. So what's one gem that he's just maybe presented that you just like, I never thought about it like that for real. And that shit just like boom, it's just like maybe blew your mind.
Well, see, here's the thing. I can't say he taught me something. I always thought the way he think.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like about this motherfucker, he talking about some. He said something like, he be talking about how men are just out here looking to make these women their wives and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and he's talking about like a man. He's like, yeah, and within 60 days, a man's ready to marry you. Or something. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, bro.
I need about 6 years. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I ain't standing with him on that.
Yeah, but I think but again too, I think people gotta realize a lot of times, man, he be talking about a very specific population. Like, and I think people think that he generalizing. No, he's actually talking about a specific population, and most people that are chiming in don't even belong in the conversation.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? I thought about that the other day. I was like, I want to see what group, what age group are these people in that's in his group. He said he got like some group.
The relationship group.
They got to be 45 and up. Yeah. Ain't no way no 30-year-old nigga making 150, 200.
Well, he says that too. He says a lot. He says all the time that men don't hit their financial stride till they about 45 years old. Like when you talking about up, like obviously we could be moving and shaking in our 30s and all that, but like to be up, like that's an old man's game right there. Like that's not a young man's sport.
Hell nah.
So one thing though, I think, and it's really a quotable, and like it's not even something that's like too revolutionary, but it's like, yo, damn, when you say it like that, it's like boom. He always says women control access to their bodies and sex, but men control access to relationships and marriage. And I'm like, shit, he's right. He's absolutely right. Yeah, because I can't get no pussy if you don't let me hit. You know what I'm saying? But like if you think this marriage thing, this relationship thing gonna go down, that's on me.
Yeah, exactly.
I choose you. You choose me, whatever. So like that was just something that like, and then like it really makes you, but it empowers you though. Like I feel like it makes some of the stuff that he talks about, it makes me I feel like it makes me a better me. Like I'm like, yo, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. Like I gotta fuck that. I gotta, like, you know what I mean? I gotta get out, you know what I mean? I'm a man, bro. Fuck that. Like
yeah, we definitely need more of that though. We ain't got none of that on TV.
Nothing on TV. And that's the thing too. He not even on TV. He's not on TV yet. He don't even got it. Like if you check, he don't even got a blue check, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's still on the grind. You know what I mean? So
you know what? My fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You know what? I want to take that back. I don't want this motherfucker on TV because they ain't gonna try to water it down.
They might try to censor his ass too.
Yeah, they on Instagram and YouTube. We fuck with it.
Yeah, because he controls the narrative there. He controls it. All right, man. So let's switch it up again. And so I said in episode 1, that yo, you my financial guy, man. Like, yo, dog, just like, and just in the last few years, you've been making some moves, bro. You've been making some quiet moves,
I've been doing some
and
things.
you're doing your thing. And yo, you the one that got me into the stock market, bro. Like, you the one that's like, yo, open a Fidelity account. I mean, whatever. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting my money in there. I'm investing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, man, so like, let's talk money. Yo, fam, what are some, and I know you share a lot of that stuff on your platform, on your Instagram and stuff like that, but like, what are some gems, man, that you could share with us? What's some advice that you can give to people about handling money, about making their money grow, about making their money work for them?
First of all, you know what's so crazy? So number one, I ain't even realize this till I went broke. You ain't rich unless you feel rich. That's just. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you.
Okay.
Like if you feel like you gotta go wear expensive clothes, or you gotta get a fresh lineup every week. That used to be me, my dumb ass. I used to get a fresh lineup every week. Buying sneakers all the time, buying all this extra shit. This shit ain't gonna make you no better person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, I had to start living in moderation. That was just number one. So before you even talk about money, you just gotta live in moderation. You can't feel like you need every sneaker or every new whip or every new phone. Like, yo, you gotta dial shit back. And you don't need no haircut every week. Now, I wish somebody would tell me, like, yo, nigga, you ain't no fucking model. You know, I don't know why you keep getting a haircut. Boy, I stayed with me a fresh line, boy.
Right.
Yeah, so that's just that. Like, a lot of people don't even know how rich they could be. They just stop buying all the little dumb shit they buying on a day-to-day basis. But then past that, it's like, yo, like, if you ain't making no money outside of your job, you really ain't got shit. Because once your job is up, that's it. That's it. And if your money ain't making no interest, then so first off, the cost of living, or I don't even want to say the cost of living. Well, you say the cost of living, I'm gonna just use the word inflation. Okay. Inflation basically is like the weakening of the American dollar.
Yes.
That shit gets weakened by like 3% every year, no matter what.
Okay.
So you got $100 in the bank today. By next year, that $100 is only worth like $97.
Okay.
So you could save all you want, but you're losing money while you saving. Damn. But if you invest in your money, let's say you're making 10%, you can make 10% a year. Like, well, shit. Well, first off, I think if you make 10% a year, I think for 5 years, it will compound. I think it'll say that a double or some shit like that.
Okay.
But either way, long story short, if you ain't making no interest, you losing. Okay. Like you're losing your money, and your savings account is only going to pay you like 0.02% per year. You put your money in the stock market, you might invest in a company like Apple or Walmart. Apple and Walmart goes up and down by like 2 to 3% a day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I tell people all the time, like, shit, I would invest 75% more than I save. That's exactly
75% more. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but, like I said, don't just have that money sitting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all saving is having it sitting.
I don't like money in my hand. I don't like it. I don't even like it sitting in my savings account. I put everything I got. I put it into something that's gonna make me more money.
Okay. Yeah, are you anti 9 to 5, or that doesn't matter? Like, when it comes to investing and stuff like that, that shit don't matter.
This is what I'm anti. I'm anti anybody who don't love their life. So here's the thing.
That's a bar right there.
Yo, for real, like, because it's like this, right? Somebody like you a teacher, and I've heard you say you love teaching, right?
Yeah.
So someone like you, I wouldn't necessarily tell you to quit your job, but like me, I worked in the warehouse my whole life. I worked in the warehouse. I had the craziest jobs in the world. I did not love none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing something, you going to a place you don't love every day, you should be like investing a little something, so that way you ain't got to go there no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, but now if you are a basketball player, you getting paid to play ball overseas, then hey, live your dreams. If you a teacher, you a fitness trainer, a rapper, singer, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, if you go on to FedEx or Amazon or what's that ES3? You on the ES3 every day? It's like, come on, bro. You do not love your job, bro.
Yeah.
And you don't love it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would say. Like, yeah, invest your money until you ain't got to work no more, or until you can only work part-time. That's what I'm finna do.
Okay.
I've been driving a truck for 4 years now.
Yeah.
I was only supposed to do it for 3, but I got held up. I had the pandemic and some other things held up. But yeah, shit. I just got my job to give me 3 days off a week. By next year, I'm gonna see if they can get me down to 4. I'm trying to work just 3 days a week.
Okay.
And then you know what I mean? Just keep investing my money because I don't love this shit.
Okay.
I'm trying to take trips. I'm trying to chill with all my stepmommies out there.
Oh shit! Well, you mean your stepkids? You mean your baby, the baby mamas out there?
Yeah, the baby mamas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I got other things I want to do all day. Anybody trying to be going to work 10 hours a day, lifting no boxes and doing shit? Hell no.
All right, so like you did say something, you said something profound. I said it's a bar. Like you said, I'm anti, anybody that doesn't love their life. But like, when did you start like thinking like that? Like, what changed in you? You know what I mean?
Damn. So I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you the real game changer for me. My dumb ass almost died. That's what happened. I used to work for Utz potato chips, right?
Oh yeah.
I used to deliver potato chips in a box truck.
Yeah. And
one day I was coming home. I fell asleep behind the wheel. I crossed over to the other side of the highway. I had like 2 lanes of traffic coming towards me. I'm moving at like I was driving like 90 something miles an hour. I fell asleep
in a box truck.
Yeah, in the box. Oh, I was pushing that bitch.
Oh, you crazy.
I was young. I was like 21. I was a young dumb nigga. You know, when you young, you feel like you invincible.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, when I woke up and I'm drifting over into the median. I'm slamming on the brakes, standing on the brakes, stomping on the brake. That shit, I got that shit down to like 55 miles an hour. But now I'm on the opposite side of the highway. I got 2 lanes of traffic coming. I swerved that bitch off the road so hard. You know what I mean? Of course, I totaled that shit. I hit this embankment head on. I covered up, I threw the Wakanda sign up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that saved my life. Wakanda saved my life. You know what I mean? And then, so I lost my job. And I was broke as shit too, because I had built up a nice spending habit from then. Keeping up with my life was kind of hard. I was drinking every day, partying, buying clothes and shit. And I was like, God damn, I needed that check. But yeah, so,
I needed that paycheck. Damn, what was I thinking? Why didn't I just stay up while I was driving? Like what the?
But yeah, so shit, I went like a good month and a half without a job after that. Okay. And I was like, damn, that was my only source of income. So. But here's the thing, leading up to that point, I don't know nobody who worked harder than me. Like I was averaging like 16, 17 hours, or not, I won't say 17, I'm gonna say about 16. I'm averaging about 16 hours a day. I did that for about 3 years.
Damn.
And I'm doing this like 6 days a week, 5, 6 days a week. So I'm like, yo, how the fuck I ain't got no money? Like,
right?
But here's the thing, I spent all the goddamn money. I spent it all. And then what else I did? What the fuck else I did? Oh yeah, and then so I lost a job, and I was like, yo, there's no reason for a nigga to work 16 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. So I should start studying. I started studying what do rich people do. How do people get rich? And then boom, I just seen like, yo, everybody invest in stocks and real estate. I said, oh yeah, it's a wrap. Now all I gotta do is get some fucking money.
Well, so being in the military, did that help you? Do that? Like, did it give you? Did you get a nice little surplus where you was able to flip that shit or something? Or
so here's the thing, military, they ain't pay you shit. They ain't pay me shit for. But one thing they did do. So this is another thing that people. I hope everybody gets a chance to do this, but get away from your normal life. Whatever your normal life, go the fuck away from it. Go move to the country for a year or something. You know what I'm saying? Or join the military, maybe. You know what I mean? But yeah. So going to the military, it slowed my whole life down. Like, cause shit.
Cause you. All right. So military happened after you almost died.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so that matter of fact, that happened a year later, I think. And then the military, like you go like a whole year without. First, you got basic training. That's like 3 months, 2 to 3 months, and then you go to your school portion. That's like 7 months. Well, some people's is longer than that. Mine's like 7. So I did like a whole year without drinking, without just paying all this money for haircuts and being fly. Because you in the military, you ain't got nowhere to go. You can't get fly. I don't know where you getting fly for.
Yeah. So y'all just some ugly ass motherfuckers down there like that. Ugly ass. Some dusty ass niggas out there. Yeah, like.
So like just making money and then not having nothing to buy. Yeah. It's like, and I read a lot of books. I read all these damn books on successful people and people how they get rich. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't buying none of that shit. I'm just stacking all this shit. Then when I get out, I'm putting all this shit in the investments and it's game time.
All right, and then you just been up since then, right?
Yeah, I took the fuck off after that. It was like, it's a wrap.
Yeah, one day I think we're gonna have to get into some of your strategies. I don't think we don't got to give them gems out today, but because you're doing some things that I want to do, but I'm like, it's and I do need to start taking on a little bit more risk, but like Is that why? Well, is it easier for you to take risks because like you don't have kids and you know what I mean, stuff like that, or do you think you still be moving the same way no matter what?
Yeah, I'm gonna still move the same way no matter what. Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people. So here's another thing too. That's like I know what you said. That's like a scarcity mindset, right? You thinking like, oh damn, I got kids. I can't be that risky. I know people with kids. I know a chick that take wild risks, but she getting bread. She make way more than me, and she got 2 kids, do it all on her own, all that. You know what I'm saying? I would
Okay.
shout her out, but I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
know. I know what you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. And she be barking on me about taking more risks. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill out. I ain't that risky yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, here's the thing. I mean, as long as I feel like this, right? I ain't scared of shit as long as I have the facts about it. If I get the facts, like I mean, there ain't nothing to be scared of. But I would say, well, I forgot your question. I didn't ramble off. I didn't.
Damn, we was just talking about taking risks and stuff like that. And I was saying, would you live if because that's what I was saying. I was like, I need to take more risks, whatever. I was like, but you know what I mean, I feel like I got kids and stuff. I'm like, if you had, I was like, do you take the risk that you take because you don't have to deal with that?
Oh yeah. Nah, I still take more risks. And see, here's another thing too, right? That's something I want to. That's like I think of every time I do something in life. I always think, how am I going to teach this to my son or my daughter? Because it's like, yo, first off, people in America don't realize how privileged they are. America's a fucking easy ass country. There's no other country in the world where you could just wake up and change your life in a day if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you got countries that don't even got Wi-Fi. They don't got freedom. Like they got all types of shit. Like it's like
women can't just make choices for themselves and stuff like that.
And it's like, yo, people spend a day on their phone all goddamn day. It's like, yo, it's mad bread out here to be made. So yeah, like me, I know one thing. I'm just always gonna tell my kids, yo, take risks, yo. Take risks, jump out the fucking window. Because at the end of the day, if you fall, you still a fucking American and you live in a privileged ass country. Like, so like if you fall, what you gonna fall to? It ain't like you live in the poverty of India or Haiti or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like American poverty ain't the same as other countries' poverty. And that's the thing too. Like I think we see online a lot of times, and you know, obviously there are not that certain issues don't matter or whatever, but like I think a lot of times, there are some people that have that mindset where it's like, yo, but I mean, we don't live in this country. We don't live in these other type of countries. So like we got it good. But for a lot of people, that's not good enough though. They're like, no, but we do live here and it should be this, and this. Like we should get this, we should get that. Everything should be free, everything, la, la, la. And like now I probably sound like a fucking Republican. Like talk about some, oh, you got to work for your shit. Like, nah, but yeah, but I get what you're saying though. Like, you know what I mean? When it comes to taking risks, whatever, and like, yo, you gotta really look at it like, bro, you can turn your shit around, like kind of not, like I said, everybody don't start on the same page, whatever, but like you have way more chances to make things work for you living here than you would in another country. I mean, a third world country.
That's another thing I want to say. So this is going to tie back into some of the other points we made too. So what's crazy is a lot of people were not even scared that, oh, I'm going to fall back into poverty or something. You know, the number one thing that be fucking people up, first off, it just goes back to them labels. Motherfuckers be trying to keep up with their reputation. Like, so that motherfucker that's pushing the Benz, that person don't want to downgrade to the Camry. They not finna do that because you already know them for having the Benz, and they don't want to look like they fell off, even though they probably did. Even if you sold your Benz right now and went and copped the Camry and took the difference and then started investing, that's not really falling off. That's called you made a tactical retreat.
Hell yeah.
You backed up. You backed up off the life you was living. You know what I'm saying? Now you got some extra cash and now you about to go put that shit to work. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they don't want to look like they fell off. And then they also don't want you to see them fail. Because for some reason, people think that like you just gonna get rich by not failing. Man, fuck no, you gonna fail all the time. Like you
gonna fail all the time. Yep. Yeah. And that's the thing too. On problem with social media is that we don't share our failures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most people don't. We only post the highlights. And but that's what I'm saying. We need people like you. I mean, we need people that those risk takers to show people to show motherfuckers like, yo, it's all right, man. Like, yo, I was broke. I this, whatever. And I think though some people think that's cap, or they think that's just something that people say. But no, that should be real, man. People be fucked up, and then they really change their whole shit around, whatever, because they take certain risks and they get out there and they ain't scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? That's another thing too. I always debated like, yo, I was like, one day I'm gonna tell somebody about all the crazy shit I did. Because that's another thing. I ain't even live a regular life. I think I told you some of this shit. But I ain't live a regular life the past couple years. Like 2 years, I spent 2 years living in the back of my tractor trailer. Like I'm living in the not like I wasn't living in the trailer. I'm living in the truck part. You know, there's a bed.
Yeah.
Behind
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I'm on the road. I was coming home like every 2 months, and I come home for like 3 or 4 days and hit the road again for 2 months. And yeah, I'm just stacking this bread. You know what I mean? I'm living in the truck. You know what I mean? I ain't spending no money on nothing. So just imagine you go to your job every was it? You go to your job every day, and when you get paid, you get to keep your whole paycheck because you don't have a house, you don't got an apartment, you just live in the truck. You know what I'm saying? Imagine doing this for 2 years. Think about how crazy your pocket's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Be
So
up.
yeah,
You're gonna be up.
yeah. Like some people, you just got to give something up for a little bit. When you talk,
Well, all right, but then, all right. So then, not to even backtrack to though, and we talking about taking risks. But all right, but fam, if you got kids, you know what I mean, you supposed to put your your kids, your baby mom or your wife, and your kids in that situation. They're gonna live in the truck with you. Is that what you suggesting or no?
Well, here's the thing. Let's say you got a baby mom. We gonna come up with the most common scenario. Let's say your baby mom's. Let's say you got 2 kids. Your baby mama CNA. She got an apartment.
Okay.
You drive trucks for a living, right? Let's say y'all both ain't too far away from poverty. Y'all both grew up in poverty. All right, you go get your CDL, you go drive a truck for 2 years, and now here's the thing, you might have to make a sacrifice where you only seeing your kids like once a month, once every other month. But so what? This goes back to the military, right? There's niggas in the military been deployed for a year and a half. They go a year and a half, go fight in a war just to, I mean, and they don't get to see their kids, you know what I'm saying? But they making a sacrifice for a short period of time just to push their family ahead for a couple decades. You know what I mean? You never know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like the same thing. Like I be trying to tell niggas, like everything you do ain't gotta be forever. Like I got exit plans for everything. Like anything I start, I'm already planning on quitting. Like you know what I mean?
I'm already played on. I love that. I love that.
For real, like but when I got my CDL, first off, I didn't even think I was going to drive a truck. I just wanted to have it just in case.
Okay.
But then once I started driving trucks, I said, "Yep, I'm done in 3 years. I'm done in 3 years." Now the only reason I stayed because I invested so much in my shit, and I gotta wait till some of it start to come back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to just drop off right now. So
yeah. That's what's up, man. Yo, you live a wild. I ain't gonna say wild. Nah, you live a fruitful life, man. You know what I mean? It seems like an adventure all the time, bro.
Yo, you know what's funny? I'm trying to keep it that way.
Nice.
I'm trying to keep it, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't living no more in no truck no more. That's dead.
Like ain't living. Oh.
Yeah, I ain't living in the truck no more. Fuck.
Speaking of, all right, so you talking about living in trucks, and I don't know. I just thought about Dallas, and you know what I mean. Yo, y'all just had fucking like was that in March or was that in February?
That was in February. That was the Valentine's Day weekend.
Y'all had like 2 inches of snow, and it was I'd say how much snow did y'all get down there? Did y'all get a lot, or was it a lot? Was it a lot for Texas, or and like a little bit for PA, or was it like what I mean? Would it have been a crazy storm if you was in PA?
Man, this storm would have been a flash in the pan if it was in PA.
Oh,
but out here, I think we got like 7 inches. Yeah, I think we got 7 inches. We got mad ice, and it was mad cold. Like it got down to like where I'm at, it got down to like I think 5 degrees. I know people down in Houston, they got down to like -4, -5. It was crazy. And none of the houses or buildings out here got insulation. So everybody's pipes was freezing and busting. Everybody's power was out. Like, my apartment got down to like 30 degrees. It was like 30 degrees Fahrenheit inside the apartment. So yeah, matter of fact, I did have to sleep in my car. I slept in my car for that whole week. It was 5 days sleeping in the car. Shit was crazy.
I know. And didn't you rent a car or a truck or something like that because you was like, yo, I can't be in the crib, you know what I mean? And I don't want to use this, I don't want to use that. Because y'all couldn't even go to gas stations, right?
Yeah, so I think it was like the 3rd day of the storm, the gas station pipes froze, so you couldn't get no fuel out. That's like the gas stations were shut down. And I ran out of gas the 2nd day. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see. I got on this app called Toro. You could like rent all types of cars and shit. And I rented somebody's pickup truck. The dude, he lived like 30 minutes away. So he drove his truck down to me. I rented that shit for the whole week, and then I slept in the pickup truck. Because I really all I needed was gas to keep the car running, so the heat running. Well, yeah, I ain't had no gas in my car. I was like, fuck, man, this shit was crazy.
That is,
Yeah,
that is wild, man. That's wild.
hell yeah.
All right, man. So let's we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. And actually we're gonna come back to something that you said earlier in the podcast. You said that most niggas can't fight, right? So
Most, a good
most
85%.
men can't fight, right? Whatever, right? So actually, well, we're gonna talk about a little bit of boxing, whatever.
Mhm.
And when it comes to that, you more of an expert than me. You watch that shit, like you were even a boxer for a quick minute, right? He don't want to tell y'all. He don't want to tell y'all about
Hey, I had a brief
his
little.
winless record as a boxer. Like he talking about niggas can't fight, and then like what about you, nigga? What's it?
Funny.
So all right, man. So like in the boxing world, what fight needs to happen? Like what is the fight that needs to happen this year? Like what do we need to see?
This year,
Yeah, this year. What do we got to see?
man, number one, we need to see that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. We need to
Is
see
that gonna happen though?
Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
They make it seem like Crawford is kind of ducking niggas, right?
That's one thing I hate about boxing. You got these promoters that get in the way of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's the thing, it's so much money. Anytime you got a whole bunch of money, you're gonna have corruption and you're gonna have deception and all that. And everybody's just trying to fight for a bigger piece of the pie. And it's hard to tell niggas not to, because I mean they the ones fighting. So it's hard to tell a nigga to just take a 20 million cut, $20 million or a $10 million cut. You know what I mean? So yeah, so they just be fighting over money all goddamn day.
Okay.
And then, Tank, yo, I was a big fan of Tank, but man, this dude just would not fight nobody in the top division of his weight class.
Oh, for real?
But yeah, he won't.
Is he well, maybe he's getting that tutelage from Floyd though.
Oh, that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
That's exactly what's happening. So it's like, and he got the fan base, because boxing is like it's not as popular of a sport. So a lot of these fans, like you might go see a Tank fight, and motherfuckers, they don't care that the people that Tank fighting ain't even all that nice. Like they don't even care. They just want to see the knockout. They don't give a fuck. They know what I mean? But yeah, and then Floyd, Floyd running that whole show.
Yeah.
He trying to push this and that nigga to make the most money and do the least work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna see Tank versus Devin Haney. We ain't gonna see Tank versus Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
Or Tank versus Teofimo Lopez. Like those are the fights that need to happen. We ain't gonna see them for probably like 3 years. You know what I mean?
But like when them niggas is like on the downer trend or something like that.
Yeah, and I think Tank the youngest out of all of them too. So he got the greatest upside to avoid all them niggas.
How old is he? Do you know how old he is? Or
yeah, I think he like 22.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, he's that young.
Yeah, young dude.
Damn.
Yo, we need to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua.
Oh, is it? Yeah, because Joshua was ducking. Joshua.
Yo, he was
ducking.
He was, but what's so crazy? This is the fucked up thing about the fighting world, right? Whenever you got like a big bad wolf out there, a nigga that's like mad nice, knocking people out. When someone finally figures him out, now everybody want to come fight him.
Because he lost to Fury, and then everybody's like, I fuck Wilder up. Like, I don't know.
I ain't gonna front. I do think Anthony Joshua will get him now. I didn't think that before.
Yeah.
But I see Anthony Joshua make some changes in his style.
Okay.
Damn, if that nigga's adding new elements to his fight game, oh yeah, it's a wrap for a lot of niggas.
Yo, fam, last year it was Black History Month, and fucking Wilder fights Tyson Fury, and yo, we was excited. We, had Uncle Rob over here, had Steve over here, you know what I'm saying? And we hype. And first we even tried to do the bootleg stream, and then we end up like that shit kept cutting off, like whatever. So we end up fucking. It was like, all right, fuck it, we just gonna pay for it, whatever, right? So man, I'm hyped because I'm like, man, this big doofy white boy, man, like, come on, like, and because they fought before, and Wilder did knock him down. Now he didn't win, whatever, but he did knock him down a couple times. And then it's like, yo, I was like, oh yeah, I just knew Wilder was gonna fuck him up. And then fam, that nigga was getting fucked up early. Like it was like second round, he got hit, and I was like, oh shit, this nigga, this is getting ugly. And like, yo, fam, he got hurt early in the fight. Definitely. And it was he was scared. Like he looks like he was like trying to keep his eyes open, like because I mean they kept saying his equilibrium was fucked up because I mean kept. But I don't even like how Fury fights. He'd be like doing this little head jerk.
Yo, let me tell you something. That's some of the best shit. Yo, I'm telling you, I learned this. Matter of fact, from Twizzle. Twizzle. You know, Twizzle.
Yeah.
Yo, I went to the gym. Twizzle taught me some shit. But yeah, that jerking that you talking about, that's when I tell you that shit will separate. They call it fan.
Okay, yeah, like it's like you jumping at a nigga, right?
Yo, it's just like basketball. I tell people, yo, it's just like basketball. It's like doing a hezzy. You know what I'm saying? Like doing it with your hands and your whole body. And you're like, yo, you can really get a nigga to move a certain way you want him to move. And you can walk him right into a punch you about to throw. It's all type of shit, yo. This shit lit. But I like Fury.
It's crazy because Tyson Fury, like, because I know what it looks like to faint. Like when niggas, when people are like polished and I mean that shit look good. But when he do it, he look doofy, right? Like he just looked like
yeah.
And he almost looked like he fight like this, right? Like he
don't do that to my man. He ain't doing it.
Why I order? He's like, why I order?
That's funny, yo.
I clobber your ass.
Clobber.
Right, clobber. Nah, but like, yo, Wilder let us down, and then he was bitching afterwards. Kept making all these excuses about this and that, and my suit that I wore coming into the joint was like, come on, man, like that.
He full of shit.
That like, and I think his stock is crazy because you can in boxing you can lose a fight and you're still good, but that loss and all the excuses, I feel like that dropped his stock so much, and it's just sad to see because he just looked like he was gonna be that bull forever, like. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when you're a knockout artist like that. But I think people that do watch boxing, they knew like he's not that good of a boxer though. Like he looking for that, and you could tell that's all he looks for. He looks for that one hitter quitter, but he can't really box, right?
And you know what's funny? It took me a while to become a fan of Wilder. I ain't become a fan of him until he beat my man Luis Ortiz.
Okay.
Luis Ortiz, he was this Cuban dude. The dude, he was like the boogeyman of the boxing division until Wilder put him out. And Luis Ortiz, he was like an Olympic silver or gold medalist, some shit like that. And that nigga was nice. And when Wilder beat him, I said, you know what? I'm a fan. Fuck it. You got it. But I ain't like him before because here's the thing what people don't know. Wilder be fighting some bum ass niggas. Like his whole record just filled with bum niggas. But once again, people don't know because they just care about the knockout. That's all.
Isn't that kind of like Mike Tyson back in the day?
Well,
if we want to keep it 100.
Nah.
All right, but who did he beat though? Like, who did he really beat in his? Like, he was knocking niggas out quick, but like Michael Spinks, come on, bro. Like Michael Spinks don't have nobody talks about Michael Spinks by himself.
That nigga was a knockout.
Leon Spinks. I think you're confusing the Spinks.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. Michael, put like this. Mike Tyson probably would have been the greatest of all time if he never went to jail. I'll say that. Him going to jail is what slowed him down. But
that definitely, yeah. But he didn't fight niggas like all right, before he went to jail. He didn't fight Bo. He didn't fight Riddick. But like he didn't fight the champs at that time. He didn't fight Holyfield early. He didn't fight Lennox Lewis. He didn't fight Lennox Lewis young. You know what I mean? He fought them niggas, and he did go to jail, whatever. But my man Holyfield fucked him up twice. Yeah. He had to bite his ear.
I fuck with Holyfield though.
That's my Holyfield look like my dad, so I'll definitely fuck with
Holyfield. He do it. I ain't noticed that yet.
Yeah, my dad looked like Holyfield and Uncle Elroy from Next Friday.
Definitely Uncle Elroy.
Uncle Elroy. That's the first one, but then Holyfield is like his cousin or something like that.
But that's another thing too. If I remember correctly, Mike Tyson, he was like the youngest heavyweight too. So you gotta understand that nigga was only like 18, 19 when he was coming up. So I get why he was fighting bums because he was young.
Oh, okay, like he was an amateur looking dude. Like
a lot of times they try to mold their fighters based on their age. It's not just experience, it's age as well too, because they want you to fill into your body as well before they put you in there with the grown man. Because there's a difference between being physically gifted at 18, 19, 20, and you got a grown man that's physically gifted and he like 28. Yeah. Like it's a different build. So yeah, you couldn't just put him in there with the dogs early on. I mean,
did you watch that Tyson Roy Jones fight?
I did. I ain't like it. I didn't want to see it at all, but I couldn't help but watch it because Roy Jones is my favorite fighter of all time.
I know.
So it's just like I had to.
he was trying to be flashy, but he just he ain't want that smoke with Mike for real. Like,
Hell no.
because
Hell
he
no.
did get hit a couple times, and you could tell. I was like, oh shit, Roy Jones might get, like, if Mike just start getting aggressive, he gonna get knocked out. But you could tell they, like, Mike was taking it. I felt Mike was taking it way easy on him. Like,
Yeah.
so but that's a classic. That's a classic. So yeah, so all right. So you said in terms of fighting, you want to see a Tank fight. You want to see Wilder again. You want to see Wilder, Joshua.
Yeah.
Any other matchups that need to happen?
Need to happen. Need to happen. I can't. Nope. That's all. I just want that whole 130 to 135 pound division just fight each other. That's Tiafimo and them and Devin Haney on. I just want them niggas to fight. That's it.
Yeah.
That's tanking all them. I mean,
and real quick, like, so obviously there's, I mean, obviously all this sports shit it's all about money. Do you think is there more money, and boxing is not as popular, but is there more money in it now than there was, or is it like,
oh hell yeah,
okay, there's more money in it now?
They making a killing now.
Okay.
Yeah. And they fighting way less too.
Yeah.
So like back in the day when Sugar Ray Leonard and them was fighting,
they fought like 5 times a year, right? Like,
yeah, crazy. You know what I mean?
Now niggas fight twice a year.
Yeah, twice a year. Yeah.
If they might fight twice a year.
Yeah, then they might take a whole year layoff or a 2-year layoff. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I did watch that Spence. Who did he fight? He fought Garcia. Yeah, and I did.
That was my man.
I thought Garcia was gonna do his thing because the bull had a layoff because had a car accident. But Spence he's long, he's pretty quick, and he's powerful. Like, it was, bro. I was like, really the first time I ever really seen him fight, and I was like, man, he's nice, bro.
Yeah, I would say, here's the thing too. I had to think what Garcia was talking about too. I think you're talking about the boy from Philly, Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, man, first off, Spence, this dude is a beast. Let me tell you another thing that a lot of people don't know. Like, when it comes to boxing, like, whenever you see a fighter, when a fighter can change his whole mentality on how he's going to approach a fight, that's when the motherfucker is just a next level. So, like, Spence, he was always just a walk forward fighter. He'll just walk you down, give you shots to the body, shots to the chest, then go to your head. Like, he would just walk niggas down, right? But when he fought against Garcia, he was doing a whole lot of boxing and shifting to the left, shifting to the right, like, like using angles and shit that he never really used. And it's just like, yo, this nigga, he's something else. He ain't.
Garcia don't. Yeah, and it seemed like Garcia don't really, like, he just he was just kind of, I think the reach was a big disadvantage against him. You know what I mean? But like he didn't move enough. I mean, he do got good dip game, but like he wasn't moving his feet enough, like getting out of the way. Because like you said, he was just walking him down, and it's like, I'm longer than you. You can bob all you want, but I'm gonna catch a couple of these. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what it was, really.
And see, that's the thing with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, he flat footed. So you got certain fighters that just want to stand in one spot and they don't want to move their feet too much. Yeah. And you got fighters, they can go forward, backward, to the left, to the right. They can move all around. And I mean, them niggas is dangerous because they don't gotta just stand there. You know what I mean? And with that, that's what it was with Danny Garcia. He looked like a kid in there. He looked like he's bully. It's like because he can't move his feet.
Yep. And it looks like Spence is that kind of guy that can move any way that he wants. But we didn't get to really he didn't even have to do that because he was just walking the bull down, and like the bull was just like playing defense, like trying to be a counterpuncher. And it's like, bro, you have, it seems like you gotta fight that nigga back. Like, you gotta attack him back. Yeah. Or it's gonna be a long night for you.
But see, and here's the thing though too. Like, let's say Spence would have stood right in front of Danny Garcia and they was just trading, then it could have been a good fight. Because Danny Garcia, he hit like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he like to load up. And that's the difference between fighters that move around and fighters that's staying flat-footed. Flat-footed niggas, they like to load up and throw like big ass punches and shit. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, but yeah, Danny Garcia, he wouldn't get none of that off.
What kind of fighter were you, bro, when you had your little stint?
So you know what's funny? I was always like a come forward fighter. Like, I don't compare myself to Spence. I wasn't that nice. But like, as far as style, I would always go forward. But you know that fight that I sent you when I was in the military? Yeah. So in my boxing match, I fought a completely different style because the damn trainer, he was like, so one thing I try to be a student anytime I'm playing a sport, I'm always going to be coachable. You know what I'm saying? So even when it came to boxing, like, my trainer, he was teaching us how to move around and this and third. He wanted us to move around. Me, I'd rather just go forward. It's easier. And it saves energy. That's what a lot of people don't know. All that moving around, that shit will tire you the fuck out. But I was trying to, and But then yeah, the white boy I was in there, that motherfucker, he was walking me down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This nigga was walking me down. And then even worse, my dumb ass. So this is another thing people don't know. When you in that boxing ring, if you ain't got no experience, like if you ain't got enough fights under your belt yet, that crowd is going to run your whole entire mind.
For real?
Like the white boy threw a punch at me. We came out, we touched gloves, right? I shot my jab, he shot his jab, he missed. I missed. I shot it again. I missed. He missed. Then I jabbed him. Then I actually did jab him. Right. The crowd went crazy. I got hype.
Oh.
I got hype.
Oh.
So then next thing you know, he threw a bomb. He threw like a 3 or 4 punch combo, and it was all haymakers, right? Now he missed all of them, but the crowd went crazy. I start throwing mine back. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, we banging out for like the whole first round. And then I lost my whole gas tank after that. Damn. So mind you, we got 2 more rounds.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And I came back out the next 2 rounds. This dude walking me down. I'm trying to avoid him, but he keep hawking me down. Because a lot of people don't know you can always move faster going forward than you can going backward.
Yes.
So
yes.
Somebody and you backing up, and he's walking forward. He's gonna hawk you down anyway, unless you somehow get out on an angle, in which I wasn't doing. So this dude kept getting me up against the ropes. And I'm just trying everything my power, trying to block everything. Yeah, it was wild, bro.
So so in terms of like, all right, this dude that your opponent in that fight, whatever, versus like any experience that you've had in real life, did this white boy have the best hands you've seen, like personally, like in your face?
Oh, put like this.
By far, right?
By far. Like it's not close.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the difference though too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So like in a boxing match, the dude wasn't really landing too many shots on me. But I did get my ass whooped like in real life by people. But But in a boxing ring, so yeah. But when we was boxing, the dude, he wasn't really landing nothing crazy. It was just I was so tired. So every time I blocked something and he would hit me, I would still stumble. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's another thing. Like people don't know, like your body shuts down on you. Okay. So like there's times where I can't even feel my legs. Like I might just be in the ring, I can't feel my legs, but I'm fully alive, but my legs won't move. I can tell myself to like move, but it's like my controller. It's like my controller is freezing. Like,
shit! Damn, your shit died or something like that.
Damn. And then here's the thing: the power will come back on in your legs, but then the power will go out in your arms. Oh. So now you can move your legs, and then nigga might be throwing punches at you. But you can't even lift your arms up because they so heavy. So you might have them down here. So now all I can do is move with my waist and shit. It's crazy.
That in your head, or is that just like the adrenaline? What is that? Like
That's exactly what it is. It's the adrenaline. So you don't learn to control your adrenaline until you get a couple fights under your belt.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's a performance. This is what people don't understand. It ain't just physical competition. It's mental, and then it's crowd control. You got to learn how to control the crowd and not let it control you, because they gonna be screaming. It was like 2,000 people in attendance. 2,000. It's like 2,000 to 2,500 people. That's mad people.
That's mad people.
And let me tell you this: most people, when you first start boxing, your first match is gonna be in a local gym. It might be 300 people at the most. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boy, I had 2,500 people screaming, nigga. I was throwing them bitches. I lost my whole gas tank in the first round, bro. That shit was horrible, son.
Man, that's crazy. And like in a 3-minute round, that's long. That's a long time, ain't
long.
It's long, right? Like and niggas and like fights in real life don't even really be lasting 3 minutes. And people, I don't think people realize that. Like,
nah, they don't.
Like niggas, that shit might be like 45 seconds for real. Like, yeah, I mean, a minute maybe. Like, and then it's over. People breaking it up or something like that. But like being in front of somebody for 3 whole minutes, and they know what they're doing. It ain't like you in front of somebody that's just windmilling you or something like that. You know what I mean? And too, like you ain't got your friends to help you out because a lot of niggas like
ain't nobody coming through this.
Nobody coming through to follow up, right? Like so they not ready for that. They not ready for that, right?
Hell no. And then that's another thing too. Like the one thing I love about boxing, I tell everybody, you got kids, put them in boxing, girl or boy. Because here's the thing, it's like first of all, you just learn shit. Like every move will cost you. You throw a weak ass punch out there, it's gonna cost you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You step the wrong way, that move might cost you.
Yeah.
And when someone makes a move on you, you gotta understand they're already moving into their next 3 or 4 moves. So they might throw one punch and they might catch you, and then they're already moving in. Every punch they throw is leading into other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they got so many different ways they could remix it as well if it go wrong. So it's like a high stakes chess, but if you're paying with your body, you ain't paying on the chessboard.
Hell no, yeah.
Crazy.
And that,
I love
and you don't want to, once you, and I think too, once you get hit for the first time, that shit gonna wake you the fuck up, and you just gonna be like, oh, this is not what I thought it was.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man. All right, man. Yo, yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, man. And yo, man, did you have a good time today, man?
Oh yeah, that shit was lit.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, man, we definitely gonna have you back on here because you my nigga, and like I said, fam, let's keep it a funky, man. When did I tell you I was gonna do this? Like with the name and all that. How long ago did I tell you I was gonna do this?
I think it was 2 weeks.
It was just a couple weeks ago, right? Like, yeah, man. And I that's what I want. I want people to realize too. Like, what you talking about? You talking about one of these things that you talked about a lot is taking risks, right? This, I mean, although this is, my overhead is low and whatever, but like this is for me, this was a risk. It was just like to get out there. I wanted to do this, bro, and I was playing games, man. But you can't live in fear, man. You got to get out there, man. If you want something, if you want to do something, and also too, man, we've been seeing a lot of people in our hometown, man, and losing their lives for various reasons, and I hate to think that that's what made me do stuff, but like, yo, you think about your mortality a lot. I mean, especially when people your age die, and then you like, yo, I can't play around, man. Like, if I want to do something, I can't sit here with regrets and like, yo, I should have did this, I should have did that. And so, like I said, man, if this shit don't go nowhere, I did it though. You know what I'm saying? I got out there.
I'm so glad you said that because I've been wanting to make a video about this shit forever, but I'm gonna just do it right here since we're here. So I got lucky, right? I got lucky because I had a near-death experience, so that changed my life. Most people ain't gonna get the near-death experience, but here I'm glad you said what you said though too about just starting and taking risks. Because here's the thing: this is people don't understand about your legacy. When people talk about legacy ain't just about leaving money for people. It's like, yo, you can inspire somebody just by doing something that you always want to do. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say something happens to you, and I'm gonna knock on wood. Let's say, by you starting this, you might ignite one of your homeboys, or you might activate a thought in one of your homeboys, or maybe your son when he grow up one day, or maybe another friend that go inspired to go do their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna be like, well, shit, you know what? Los was doing this. Like, check this out. You might have told somebody that they would be good at something, or they should look into doing something, and they probably was like, nah, I ain't doing that, blah, blah. And then anyway, something happened to you. They might be like, yo, you know what, man? That nigga Los told me that I'd be good at being a radio host, or I should go be a dancer or a model or whatever you might have told somebody. Yeah. And your death might inspire the next person. You know what I mean? Or the risk that you took before your death might inspire the next person. You know what I mean? So yeah. And that goes back to me when I said I'm gonna try to keep my life adventurous. I'm always looking for new shit to do. Cause when I had kids, I would not want my kids being scared of no fucking bullshit or having small ass goals. Like, I remember, I don't know if I told you this. There was a time where I literally flirted with the dream of only making $40,000 a year and moving out Fireside. Like, I'm dead serious.
Well, first of all, I don't even think you could own a house out Fireside and make it 40 grand, bro. Like,
I think you can.
Well, I'm gonna ask Josh because he live out Fireside. I think he made more than 40K. Way.
Yeah. But yeah, like, when I tell you that was like that actually became a dream at one point. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be looking back on that like, man, nigga, I ain't moving out no fucking Fireside. That ain't no dream.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, like that might be a quick little come up or whatever, but that's not. Yeah, that's not a dream. Dream big, take risks.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking scared, man. Don't be a bitch out here, bro.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. But all right, man. Yo, it's good talking to you. Man. I'll probably talk to you later this week, whatever. Man, I'm glad you had a good time.